Hi, once you've worked with your partner to figure out which granola bar was the better buy, now I would like you to do number 1 on this page. So number 1 gives you the same problem that I gave you in the last video. I'll read it again. Michael is working on finding the better buy for granola bars, 8 bars for $10 or 20 bars for $23. Fill in each ratio table to find equivalence. Equivalence means the equal amount. So if 8 bars equal $10, if we look at A, then 16 bars, we would be doubling 8, so then we would have to double $10 too. So for 16 bars, we should multiply 10 times 2 to get 20 bars. The next question, I want you to figure out how many bars would we be buying if we were getting $30 worth of bars. This one gets a little bit trickier. So you know that one set of 8 bars is $10. 2 sets of 8 bars, which would be 16 bars, would be $20. How many bars would equal $30? I want you to pause the video and figure out how many bars would equal $30, and then how many 32 bars would equal in dollars. Pause the video and do that now. By now you should have figured out how many bars you could get for $30 and how many bars you could get, or how much you would be spending for 32 bars. So by now you probably should have noticed a pattern. So if I were to buy $30 worth of bars, that would be $10, $20, $30 worth of bars. So I would have to multiply 8 times 3. So 8 times 3, I know my quick facts, so I know 8 times 3 would be 24. So 24 bars would get me $30. Now, if you look at 24 bars equal $30, let's look at the next one. 32 bars equals how much money? So 24 plus 8 would equal 32. So I would be adding another 8 bars and another $10 on top of my 24 bars. So 32 bars should equal $40. Next on the ratio table, it shows us that 40 bars equals $50 and 20 bars equals $23. I wonder why it went from 40 to 20. Do you have any ideas? Pause the video and try to figure that out. Did you notice that 20 and blank number of bars were separated? So 20 bars would cost $23, but then what number of bars would cost $46? Did you also notice the relationship between 23 and 46? So 23 times 2 would give you 46. So 23 doubled gives you 46. So if you're doubling one number, if you're doubling the money, you should probably double the number of bars, right? So the number of bars that you should have would be 40 bars. But does that make sense? I asked myself this when I was completing it. It says up here that 40 bars would equal $50, and then down here it says 40 bars equals $46. I have to go back up to the problem and read. So 8 bars for $10 or 20 bars for $23. This top ratio table was doing 8 for 10. This bottom one was showing 20 for 23. So looking at that, which one is the better deal? Would it be 40 bars for $50 or 40 bars for $46 with the 20 for 23? With the evidence from the ratio table, it looks like 20 for 23 would most likely be the better deal for the most bars. Let's move on to number to 1B. So 1B, it's the same numbers that we're working with. So we're still working with 8 bars for $10 or 20 bars for 23. I didn't want to get confused, so I labeled my ratio tables. So 20 for 23 is the top one, and then 8 for 10 is the bottom one. Then I knew exactly what ratio table was which, and then I didn't get confused. On the last ratio table, the one above, we made the amount of bars bigger. So we were doing a lot of doubling to see if we bought more bars, would that be a cheaper price? Down on B, we're going to buy less bars and see if that would be a cheaper price. So on that top ratio table, it says 20 bars would equal $23. So 10 bars would equal how much money? Well, 20 and 10 is half of 20. So that means that I'm going to have to split in half 23. Pause and do that now. You should have gotten 11.5 or $11.50. Let's move on to the next part. So how many bars would cost us $5.75? This one gets a little trickier. Think of the pattern that we have been doing. So we halved here. You would think that we probably should have here. So check that work. Is half of 11 and a half $5.75? Yes, it is. So you would have to have 10. Half of 10, you should know this, is 5 bars. Oops, that's a bad 5. Then it also tells us that 1 bar would cost $1.15. That is all for the 20 for 23 deal. Then, if you look below, it did all the work for you for the 8 for 10. 8 bars would cost $10. 4 bars would cost $5. And 1 bar would cost $1.25. Which bar is the better deal? I want you to write that. Next, I want you to write that over here where I have writing there. But I want you to write which one you think is the better deal over on this side. Pause and do that now. What I would like for you to do now is answer number 2. You're going to be looking for patterns. This time Micah wants to buy a bag of mixed nuts. He can buy 12 bags for $15 or 16 bags for $19.20. It's going to ask you to fill in the ratio tables again. Look at the patterns between 12 and this number, 3 and 1, and then 16, 8, 4, and 1. If you double or have one number, you have to do it to the other. I would like for you to pause the video, do that now, and then come back and check your work. Go ahead and check your work with what I have written here, if you can read it. I knew that half of 12 was 6, and I knew that I had to have because I know half of 15 was $7.50. So 6 bags would equal $7.50. Then I knew half of 6 was 3. So then I knew if I was having one number, I had to have the other. So then I had to figure out what half of $7.50 was. And you should have gotten the answer $3.75. Then for this last one, you have to split the amount of money from $3.75 between 3 bags. So you have to figure out how much each bag costs. So $3.75 divided by 3, because you want to figure out just how much one bag costs, you should have gotten $1.25. Please pause the video and complete the second part of 2A, the second ratio table. go ahead and check your work with what I have for that second ratio table. This one was a lot tougher. So what I did was, I know 16 is 8 doubled. So that means I'm going to have $19.20. So you can do that many ways. You can think of what half of 20 is and then subtract. But you should have gotten the answer $9.60. Then 4 is half of 8, so then I knew I had to have $9.60. For that answer, you should have gotten $4.08. For this last one, you're going to do division again. So you have $4.80 for 4 bags. You're going to divide that by 4 to get how many dollars it is for just 1 bag. And you should have gotten the answer $1.20. Then for B, I would like for you to explain in 1 or 2 sentences, or more, you can use more, but I want 1 or 2 complete full sentences, how you can use the information that you have found in the tables above to find the better buy of the bag of mixed nuts. So you're just working with problem 2. So which bag is better? Which one is the better buy? I want you to explain which one is the better buy in a few sentences or less. And then when you're done, I want you to file this under the Better Buys worksheet and then move on to your checklist.